Hello everybody, I'm Serta and welcome to Star Wars Inc. This looks like a really fun game, and like with most games, I normally hop in and check things out so I can get used to the controls before I play. Normally play about 10-15 minutes. Well, I got lost in this game for like 10 hours. It's really cool. It's not at all taxing on your system. There is a demo available. The full release, which I think I have, will be coming out soon. Thank you to the devs for sending me a key. But this is a very nice game, and it'll run on pretty much any gaming PC. And we're going to check it out. So let's get stuck in. Right, so we press space to start. And as you can see, 10 hours. That was crazy. Anyway, that's why I'm late on today's video. Now, there's a whole story in here. And this is it. I'm going to skip this. You can read all of this yourself when you play the game. But basically, there's a constant race for resources, and there was a war, and all sorts of stuff happened, and now you have been given a little asteroid, or you've bought an asteroid, and you're greeted by Bobby42, the basic operating bot, serial number 42. I'm going to skip most of what Bobby talks about because, to be honest, I want to get to the gameplay so I can show you guys what this is all about. But Bobby's been here for a long time, and he's got emotional problems, and you have a laser draw that you need to pick up, and you press E. And now you have the D64 laser, a masterpiece of precision, and it helps you clear obstacles. Cool. So main task, get rid of the gross stuff. All right. And you don't have to hold down your click, but just click it and keep pointing at it and it'll remove it. And there is the gross stuff out of the way on this area, and it allows us to go into the next room. Now and that door just closed behind us. So we're in the sales room, and there's a delivery area, and I need to clean this up. And we have picked up some ore out of the muck. But give me a second, I'm going to just run through all of this, clean it all up, and I'll be back. This is the last piece, and once that's cleared, oh no, that's the last piece, and we are still closed. I have other areas to clean up. And that is that. We've cleared all the gumph in this area, and it's time to open the shop. So basically, you push this button, you open the shop, you can close it at any time, and you're going to be opening and closing quite a bit, and the first customer's probably on their way, and the customer, when they arrive, will tell us what their order is. Their order is they want one piece of ore. This is ore. So we're going to pick that up, and we're going to drop it in this box. And it's delivered, and we made $5. Geez, I have no idea what to call the currency, but we have a happy customer. And now we wait for the next customer. We also have this. We'll get into all of this shortly, but this person wants two, so we pick them up one at a time because we still need to upgrade our tool, and the customers are served. So now we close the shop because we don't have any more product to sell, but we have 15G. So now we're going to take a look around the station and try and find more ore. And this machine here is a sales storage. Yep, we will get to that. So this door opens, and now we can run through and clear out more. Oh, we got more ores. They don't say what ore it is, it's just ore. And if you give me a moment, I'm going to run down all these stairs. Now this is interesting because my laser is too weak, so we can't do anything about that right now. But we can clear up all the rest. And we are right at the bottom of this stairwell now, and we've got some more bits to clean up, and we've found a little bit more ore. That's clean. We'll grab this, and we're going to have to run it up. Now, you're going to spend a lot of time running up this ramp. It's all part of the game. There's more over here. We can throw our piece in there, and there it shows that we have ore. Now, this board is going to have a lot more products on it. Each of these slots is for a particular product. So I'm going to grab all the ores that we have found, and I'm going to shove them into this box. And that was the last piece. So we have 6 in stock. Now we can run downstairs, and there is one more piece of dirt I need to clean, and it's right here. The task says find the mine entrance. Now, as with most games, the tutorial kind of pushes you to do certain things at certain times, and sometimes it's not a good idea, especially if you've played for a while and you understand how it works. So the customers won't ask for stuff if that stuff is not on the board yet, but as soon as you've unlocked it, it goes onto the board, and then it makes things difficult because you have to provide higher level products, and we just mined one of the small ore field, And this ore field, as you can see at the top, has only 2 items in it. We've taken one out and we're going to grab the other one and we're going to take both of them to the top. There we go. And we also get skill points. So if you have a look in the top left, it shows that we are on level 2 and we have 1 skill point. So we can go to R once we get rid of the robot. Come on, Bobby. Right, so press R and now we can either upgrade the capacity of our laser to be able to carry more at a time, or we want to earn experience points faster. Now that seems logical. So if you earn experience points faster, you can get more skill points and then you'll be able to unlock everything faster. So that's the one I'm going to go for. Now, some people may feel differently, but I'm just going to run these 2 bits to the top for now. And we have a door that's become exposed and the door's locked and it needs a password. And to get that password, to do the hack, Bobby wants some cash. So he wants 50, which means we have to open the shop and sell some stuff. So up we go and we open the shop. We have 8 bits. So that's 40. We have 15. That'll give us a total of 55 and we'll be able to open that door. But now this guy wants 1. So we go over here, tap E, pick it up, and this keeps everything neat. Now we could just have dropped all of the ore on the ground, but I think I'm going to start this one this way because it just keeps everything out of the way. And you have a time limit to deliver orders. There's a little timer underneath the order, and that keeps the people happy. So I am going to sell all of these as quickly as I can. And they don't always ask for only 1 item, but early game, they do. That will increase eventually. And if you pre-enter things into the box, then the sale happens super quick. Even if the customer hasn't ordered something, if it's in the box, they don't take it, it stays in the box. But checkout is like instant. And this is the last one. We're just waiting for this customer to arrive and we'll sell this piece and then we can go and open that door. And there it is. Job done. We got some experience points and some cash. So now we can go and open that door. So we press E and the door's open and we've got things to clean up in here. And now we have to find the upgrade station. So give me a second while I clean all of this stuff out of here. We'll probably pick up some ore from it as well. Right, we have found the upgrade station, and this will allow us to upgrade our laser. I'm going to clean this last piece here, and there's a whole bunch of ore that we've found. Now I'm going to pick all of that up, and we can't get into this room yet, because this is a different type of fungus or whatever it is that's growing here. So let me I'm going to take all of these up to the top first. And I forgot to close the shop, so I actually have a customer waiting. Let me close the shop. And we'll continue. I think I might have missed a customer somewhere. Alright, so I've dropped everything off. We've got 4 pieces. So I'm just going to head down. First of all, as you can see, you can't do anything. Laser's too weak. And then if we head down to the bottom, there are all these rocks in the way. Laser's too weak for them as well. So this is why we need the upgrade. We are gated right now by that. So back up, open up the shop, and get some products ready to go. So I'm just going to sell these last few bits and then I'll be back. That was the last bit and now I can close the shop again. And I have 30 monies, so let's head down to the upgrade station and look at it and hit E. And now we have a stronger laser. So the next upgrade is at 250. So we need a lot more cash for that. But now we can break through this. This is the red biomass, and for that you need at least the red laser. As you can see, the little bottles on the side change color. And looks like we've found an ore transport unit, F3000I, or ERFI for short, and they will start transporting if we set them up correctly. But let me get to them first. Right, the biomass gave us a little bit of extra, but if we have a look here, it's going to cost us 10 to repair this little robot. There's a whole bunch of things that we can change once we've unlocked him. But let's start with just getting some cash together. And I only need 1. So I'm going to open the shop. I'm going to hopefully sell only 1. Unless the customer wants 2. And then I have to just run downstairs. Nope, customer only wants 1. Good. That's taken. I have the 10 I need. So let's head out. Oh, and I can clean this one up while I'm around. And that gave us a little bit more ore as well. Right, so let's go to ERFI and repair. Good. And now we can have a look at him. And we have ERFI type, we have upgrades. Now, upgrades are really, really important. And to do upgrades, first of all, you'll need to have TP, which is tech points. Every time ERFI does an action, he gets tech points, like our skill points. but we can use those to do other upgrades like speed, range, and carry capacity. Those are different for each type of Earthy. Now you have an Earthy that does sails. Oh, hang on. I didn't want to do that. Okay, now I have to run and catch up to the little robot because Bobby distracted me. Now, as I was saying, if I changed his type and I changed him to a sales little robot and we go into upgrades, then there are different upgrades for him. So you can upgrade all of them, I suppose, over time and have a multitasker. But for now, I want this dude to go and collect materials for me. He's a little slow, but he's collecting materials and putting them into the storage up at the top over here so that I can come and do some sales later. So while he's doing that, I don't have to worry about running up and down and collecting those pieces of ore. So I'm going to head down and I'm going to just clear up a little bit more, open more space up and collect more ore. Right, so that's given us a couple of extra. Now with our upgraded laser, we can come in here and once it reaches a quarter, a little mini game launches where you can aim at the red dots and it speeds up the destruction of the rock, which is pretty cool. Now you'll also notice that these ore nodes, once they're depleted, don't go away. There's a way to have infinite ore from a node. That comes later. Anyway, let's clear this area. It's going to take a while, so I will be back once I have finished. Right, it looks like we have found another node, and this ore field has 50 ore in it. So I'm going to carry on clearing. And it looks like we found another node, and this one has 100 ore in it. That's awesome. And we have new stuff over here that we can't do anything with because we're going to need to upgrade our laser again. And we've got all of this trash that we've left from breaking down the big rocks. So we're going to have to get through that. But we've reached a door. And that door needs 50 to get through. There's also a disk lying on the ground with 1.44 exabytes of capacity. So let's pick it up and read it. Entry 9000, crew member Hal Ribley. Stardate 1701. Great. Dax and I were left behind to keep the station running during the war. And I'm really just a janitor. I hardly know anything about mining. I only help these old D64 laser cutters. A plasma cutter would be my dream. You could do anything with that. Oh well, maybe we can manage to live here a long time and in peace. For now, a sip of blue ale. So there's a bit of a story going on here. Things that happened before we arrived. So, just clearing out all of this red mess first before we go and do the whole money thing. And it looks like I have unlocked another skill point, so let's sort that out. And I think for this one, I'm going to go for the D64 capacity. That will allow me to carry 2 pieces of ore. So as you can see on my laser down in the bottom right, we have 0 out of 2. And I'm just going to run through and finish all of this. And it looks like we're exposing a window here that gives us a look inside the next area, or the area that we're going into. And just get this big piece off the ceiling, and I think that's the last of the red biomass in this little area. Yep, I didn't miss anything. So now I've got the job of going through and breaking all of these rocks. They're pretty quick to break, and sometimes you get some ore out of them. Now the one thing that you should know is that if you're close to an item, it breaks down very quickly. But the further something is away, like that one, the longer the laser takes to break it down. So you want to be close to things when you break them down. And also if you stop and then you go back, it doesn't lose the progress you've made. So like that, and then go back and it carries on from where it was. Right, I have almost finished cleaning all of this up. It took a long time, but the room is clear. We have a couple of bits left. Murphy's been doing pretty well keeping up. I'll give him a helping hand by taking some up and we can open the shop. But yeah, that's another route that we can go through, and there's nothing we can really do there right now because we can't get through. So let me use my new skill, pick up a few and take them up to the storage. Right, it looks like we are clear down here. And we can drop everything and Earthy's back. Well, we've got 18 ore in stock. So I'm going to do this. I'm going to hit E and I'm going to change the Earthy type to do the sales room. And let's see how he does on his own, because we don't have any of the upgrades done. But we're going to open the store and we're going to start selling. We need 50. We need 50 money to be able to open that next door. So, yep, is Earthy going? Yeah, he is. And they want 2. And hopefully he can manage to do that in the time. And there you go, delivered. Well done, little Earthy. Now, eventually, I'm going to color code these guys for what they are supposed to be doing so that I can have them specialized, because we'll have a few robots. And currently his range means that he needs to move further. Later on, you can upgrade the sales robot's range so that he basically just stands there reaches places. But you may end up needing more than one sales robot. And this little guy is having no problem delivering 2 orders or 2 items to an order in the time frame. So that's great. Anyway, I'm waiting until we have 50 and then I'll head down and open that door. And this should be it. So while we have a little bit left in stock for him to sell, I'm going to just run down quickly. I'm going to open that door and we begin the hack. And we are hacked. And we have a new area to go into and there's another robot. So somewhere in this area is a terminal. We will search thoroughly. And this little robot is going to cost, now each robot that you unlock costs a little bit more to unlock. So if I go in here, this one, the previous one was 10, this one you need 40. And I think I'll have enough to do it. The unfortunate thing about the sales robot, it doesn't close the shop once you're out of stock. So I don't know how the unhappy customers work. I didn't really try it out too much. And this order, the guy's ordering 3 ores. I'm just keeping an eye. Yep, no problem delivering 3. And I'm just running through. This will be, I think it'll be the last of what we have in stock currently. Right, and I'm going to grab a couple more to take up with me. And I'm going to get up there and hopefully arrive before the next customer. Or not necessarily. I mean, if the next customer needs 2, I'm carrying 2. Oh, they only want 1. No problem. And now I'm going to close the shop and I'm just going to offload. And then I'm going to get this little guy and reset him back to the collections robot. So he can come down and pick up all the stuff that I'm breaking out right now. And we can make it go even faster because now I have another robot and I have the money to repair him. And then I can set him and I'm going to set him to, yep, he's automatically set to do the collections. So off he goes. And I'm going to carry on cleaning this out. And it looks like I've cleaned out all the red biomass. And we're up to the blue, which obviously I can't do anything with. Oh, wait, there. Oh, they found something. Yeah, we can get the blueprints. And this we need. Let's have a look. To do. Building cost is 50. The unlock cost is 20. So we buy the blueprint for 20 and then the building cost for each time we build it is going to be 50. And that is a smelter. And there are more smelters for unknown minerals or minerals that we haven't discovered yet. But this is the one we're after. So we're going to need 70 money. I'm just going to hop into this room. And I found another blueprint terminal. And this is for decorations. Now, decorations are more important than you might think in this game because you actually earn extra money from them. Because the customers will pay more if the place looks good. And we can go in here. Now, obviously, I can't afford any of this stuff yet. But if you have a look, there are quite a few nice things in here. And it might not be a terrible idea to get a couple early just to give you that little extra boost. But once again, it costs money to unlock the blueprint and then building cost as well. So we're not going to do that. I'm going to grab and we're going to take everything I've found up to the top. And my robots have been delivering as well. That's not going to be enough. And what I have downstairs is also not going to be enough. So it's time to maybe do a little bit of mining. And I'm going to start by mining this one. And this is going to take a little while. So let me collect a bit. Because this is obviously, you know, there's automation to come. Major automation. But there's obviously a bit of a grind before you can get there. Right, and I've mined 10 out of this. I will grab them, get a little help from Urfi, and I'm going to just take them all up to the top. That should be enough to get us going. Right, now little Urfi is just sitting here because there's nothing else to pick up. I picked up what he was heading to, so he's going to wait until there's more. But this little one, I'm going to change you to run the shop. And then I'm going to open up, and we have 19. So that's going to get us 95. And maybe I'll go and mine a little bit while the shop is selling so that we have more. Because we are going to need more. Now you'll see the customers are all ordering 3 at a time now. So it won't take long to finish our supplies off. Okay, we have 80 on hand. There is 11 left. So it's another 3 customers. So I'm going to head down and I'm going to unlock that blueprint. And that is the smelter. Well, I think it's a smelter. It's a Meltotron 3000. So we can buy that blueprint, and that is bought. And now we can open the build menu, and we can place it. So let's head over this way, and I'm going to place it strategically right around here. So build. There is the Meltotron 3000. 50 to make. We have the money, and I'm going to put the entrance over here intentionally. Something like that. So things can move. I think I've got it in the right place. So now that that is built, I think, yeah, that should be fine for what I plan to do with it. And now we can build it. And we do that by just pointing the laser, and it takes a little while. you can speed up how quickly you build with your skill points. And it looks like I'm actually due for another skill point very soon. And I'm getting skill points from everything that the sales dude is doing. So all the robots, when they do things, I get skill points for them. Anyway, we are done with the Meltatron 3000. And we can see that it takes 4 ores to do something with. And I will show you how that works. But first, I need to head upstairs and just make sure that we don't have to close the shop yet. Oh, we do. Okay. Shop closed. Right, we have 2 left inside. I have a skill point to grab, and I think I'm going to grab the extra experience points gained by 10% and confirm that so that we get upgrades a little bit quicker. So we have 70 on hand. Now I'm going to be fighting against the little robot. So I'm going to mine 4 pieces. And I'm going to pick them up and drop them in here. That's 2 of them done. And then I'm going to grab another 2. Those are done and I beat Earthy to them. I'm going to drop them in. Now at the beginning, you have to do a lot of stuff manually. So for this, I have to click and point at those panels and heat things up, and they will turn into an ore ingot. And then I need to eject it. Now this all seems very manual still, but that is fine. There goes the ore ingots being taken away by Earthy. If I hop in here, there are upgrades that I can do. I could sell it. There's a transport system, which we'll see later, but there are upgrades. And the upgrades, first of all, you can use money to increase the rate at which the tech points are gathered. And then it takes money and tech points. This one is pretty good, increased efficiency. It takes a lot of tech points, but it will bring down the 4 ores to make an ingot down to 3. We also have a lucky strike. It gives a chance of getting 2 ingots instead of 1. And then we have automation, which is quite expensive, and that basically automates it. So all that stuff that I just did with the heating it up, that will be automated. But there's one thing that we can do right now, and that is auto eject. Now I'm going to save my money a bit because I mean, it's easy enough to push the eject button, and it's not seriously important until you kind of have automation anyway. But I'll probably do it because it's really cheap and it's available now. But I'm going to make some more ingots. So give me a moment, we're going to need to sell some of these. So I'm going to put another one on, heat it up, and once it's done, eject it, and little Earthy can come and collect it. I'm going to get a whole bunch of these. The nice thing about this game is there's no time pressure. I mean, if you want to collect cash at this level, by all means, just take it easy. You don't have to rush to the next level. I mean, the next level does make things a little bit easier, but having a lot of cash also makes things a little bit easier to get to the next level. Oh, and the one thing to note with this is if you look away when it's almost done, you're going to have to start over again. And we have another ingot. And that, I think, should be enough. I don't know, I think I made like 9 or 10 of them. And I have no plain ore. I've only got the ingots. Well, I might have made an extra one. There's 11. So, I want to show you this. So we've opened the store. We have no ore, and there's no ore on the ground downstairs. We have 11 ingots. And the first customer only asked for an ingot. Now, the ingot takes 4 ores. Each ore is sold for 5. An ingot sells for 35. So, way better to sell ingots. I had 1 ingot in the box, and this customer asked for it plus 2... I had 1 ore in the box. I had 2 ores. Interesting. Alright, well, hopefully the next customer orders an ore, because I want to experiment a little bit. Our money's looking pretty good, 188. We need 250. Yep, they wanted an ore and 2 ingots. Now, I could help them out by loading 1 up myself, but I want to see what happens next, because I didn't really experiment with this. So we'll wait for the next customer to arrive, and if they order ores, then we have a problem. And they do. So I'm going to close. We don't have any ores. There are none in the box, there are none on the ground anywhere else. So I actually need to have multiple items. If I have them showing up here, customers are going to ask for them, even if I don't have stock of them. So that's something to bear in mind. But we do have 271, which means I can head down to this little room over here, and I can go and do that unlock. But before I go there, there's these little buckets. And as you can see, one of them has a disc in it, and that is the disc that we found, and I can reread it if I want to. I don't know if it has interesting information that I need later, but that's where they are. And now we know that we're looking for 5 discs. We found 1 of them. Anyway, let's get this upgrade. And the next upgrade is 10,000. So money's going to have to increase quite a bit. But that does mean that I can head down and I can start getting rid of some of the blue stuff. It also means that I can mine faster. So if I was to do this, it does seem a bit faster, but not a lot. So we'll sort that out later with our skill points. So let's start off by cleaning up the blue stuff because we can now. And you'll notice the little bottles on the side of our laser have turned blue. So I'm going to run through, I'm going to clear all this blue biomass out. I'll clear that red biomass next to it, which isn't actually a red biomass because we have a laser that's too weak. This is purple. And we have another robot. And that robot is going to cost us 90 to unlock. We're not ready for that yet. But we did get some ore out of that lot, so that's good. This is where we unlocked the smelter, so we need to get through here. And there are some blue rocks here, which we will be able to break down, but there's this. We've found automatic drillers. And with these machines, yeah, we can mine and so on. Good. So, head in here. Building cost is 50. Driller blueprint cost is 25. We have 21, so we're going to have to go and get some cash. And that means... Oh, hello. And that means doing some sales. The laser. If you hold down, you can throw things. And the longer you hold it down, the further they go. So I've just helped Urfi with a bit of extra capacity. Let's see, I'm down to 35 on this one. I will mine this one. And I'll just gather a few pieces so that we can do some sales. And then we can get the automatic miner. And before I finish gathering, let me grab a couple and take them up with me while I'm on my way up. I'm going to change our little sales robot and turn him into a collector as well, so that we can speed this whole process up. So grab him. I'm going to color code this guy. I'm going to make him, let's give him red for the sales guy. And I know I can change him back to red because he already has experience. He has 71 TP. So I would be able to unlock a range upgrade with that. But I suppose you can use his TP on anything, really. I actually want him to go and collect so we can speed that up. Good, I've mined 10. That should be enough to get us going. And I'm going to catch this little guy and I'm going to change him back for now to do the sales. Because these are the last two that I need to collect. Alright, so we've got 14 ore, we've got 5 ingots. Let's open the shop up and let's see if our little sales guy can manage whatever the customers are going to ask for, or am I going to need to help him? So now it's 5 items. I don't think he's going to be able to deliver 5 items. So I'm going to help him. And that one is done, and we've got 115. And I'm going to have to stick around, unless I make the other one into a sales one as well, maybe for now. Yeah, you go and do some selling. Let the two of you work together, and maybe we'll get through everything. And it looks like they will manage that with great ease. And we only have 1 ingot left. But we do have a fair bit of cash. Alright, that is the last ingot, so I'm going to close the shop after this. And that sale is done. And we have 291 again, and we have some ore available. So you, sir, can go back to being a collector. And I am going to run down and I'm going to get myself a driller. And this is it. So this is an ore driller, and there are other options for minerals that we haven't yet found. So we will go back to this one, we will buy the blueprint. And that was 25, and then we need to run out and go and place one. So what I'm going to do is I'm not going to place one for this machine yet. I'm going to place one over here. So if we hit build, we now have this ore driller option. And I'm going to have that point in that direction. And then if you hover over it, you can see there's efficiency up at the top. You need to hit it at 100% efficiency, and that is a 30-second drill time. Any other place is a longer drill time. So yeah, we want to get it just in the right spot, right there. And then we can build it. Now this one goes a little bit faster. We have another skill point that we can unlock. And there's our ore driller, and it immediately starts working. So this one, it shows that we have 40 ore left, and you can see the progress going up. And if we go in here, there are upgrades that we can do on this as well. The main one is deep drilling, and that will give us infinite resources. But for that we need 500. And we'll work our way towards that. Now I am going to grab this little robot that I found over here. I'm going to do a repair on him and then immediately make sure that he is set to collect, which he is. And then I have enough money left to build another ore driller. And I'm going to do that. No, I don't. You see, now it increases. The more you put down, the more expensive it becomes. So the next ore driller is 305. which means that I need to go and save some money, but let's spend that skill point. And I'm going to do the laser efficiency, so things get lasered faster, and confirm that. And I'm going to spend some time doing a few more ingots. My problem here is that I'm going to need a lot of cash to be able to unlock. Let's have a look in here. It's going to cost 500 for the deep drilling on this one. So I'm going to need to make sure that I can gather enough cash together. Fortunately, it does not take any tech points to be able to get the deep drilling. So we don't have to worry about leaving a field with nothing in it. However, it's not a bad idea to leave at least some in a node before you put a miner on it. So I'm going to go in search of more ore nodes, and I'm going to go through this route and see if I can find any. There's a lot to clean up here. And I just grabbed a whole bunch of ore out of this. But you can also break these down. And if you're lucky, you'll get some more. And they give you quite a lot of ore. So I'm going to grab some of this, and I'm going to use it to make some more ingots. And I'm also going to grab one of my little collector robots and turn it into the cleanup robot. You are it. And this guy is he's the new one. He's only got 27 points. I want you to go and do stuff. And he's going to come and clean up all these rocks behind me. And this is opened up into a room. And there's another ore deposit with 50 in it. Perfect. Then there's another room back here. This stuff should be pretty quick to clean out. Right, that opens up into a room with a whole bunch of ore fields. We have 3 of them that each have 50. We have another little robot, which is going to cost 160 to repair. Not ready for that, but we've found Carnot. Now, I'm not going to mine Carnot, because as soon as I do, people are going to start asking for it, and I don't need to worry about that yet. We also have this, which I am too weak to remove. But yeah, we've opened up this area, and that is where we came from. And our little worker here is carrying on, so I'm going to grab some ore from over here. And I'm going to carry on making some ingots, because we need a lot of cash. I think that should be enough to get the shop open again, so we'll do that. And I will help my little robot. And we'll get through these sales, get some cash. And we made 94 of that order. And that was even bigger, at 132. So we're at 327. We've still got some stuff to sell. And that is the end of our ingots. So, shop closed. We've got 553 on us. And there are only 13 ores left over here. So, what I'm going to do, I'm going to go in here and I'm going to move this one. And I'll put it over here, 100% efficiency, right there. Oh, I need to move it again, because it needs to rotate slightly that way. And then what I'm going to do is hop in here, go to the upgrades, and do this deep drilling. I don't need to do it right now, and yeah, maybe I'll hold off a little. Maybe. But I can do a lot of upgrades. I can upgrade the drill speed. I can upgrade the lucky strike. But what I'd really like to do is this. Press E, point at the antenna, press E, click on that antenna, and now we have semi-automation. I'm still going to need to work, but there goes the ore from the miner into this machine. And now the ingots are, well, they're not fully automated yet, because I still have to do those upgrades that I can't afford. I mean, I could do the auto eject. That's fine. Maybe I will do that. But I really want the automation. Yeah, what the heck. Let's do the auto eject. And once we have the 4 pieces in, and I'll just grab this piece and chuck it in to speed things up. There's more ore on the ground, which our little robot will deal with. And I think there's probably more here. Yep. I can grab those and bring them over here. And we're waiting for one more. As you can see, it's almost there. And there it goes. That's going to drop in. And then I'm just going to point at this. I'm going to make it, and it will auto-eject. Just like that. So now I need 1,000 to get this fully automated. The tech points, no problem. But I think probably the more important thing here, because this is eventually going to run out of ore, is to get this deep drilling. I don't need it immediately because there's still some left. But I do need to do some more mining so I can get some more ingots so I can make some more money. Alright, well I have a little bit. Let's get us over the 500 mark. So we'll open up. Right, we are back over 500. That's a good amount. And we'll see if the next guy... Oh, the next guy wants only 1. Then I'll let our little sales guy grab that and finish off this order. And there's 725. So now we can close this. And I'm going to head down to this machine. I'm going to do this upgrade right there. And I might as well increase the drill speed. Because I can. And maybe get an increase in points. This is going to be a cycle. You're going to make money. You're going to immediately spend it all. But now you can see we have infinite resources from this ore node. And it's mining slightly faster. And when this is full, this actually just switches off if they're connected as they are. And as soon as I finish making it, then the next ore will be released and it'll start mining again. This little guy is carrying on. He's just breaking up all these rocks, slowly but surely getting towards the back. Now, I could make money a little faster by starting to mine the garnet. But as soon as I start mining it, it's going to go on the board and then it's going to be demanded every time and I'll have to collect that as well. So I'd rather get this lot automated to a degree and max out as much as possible on the upgrades before I start doing that. That way the money will continue to flow without too much involvement from my side. Now this transport network with connecting the machines like this, you will also get, I think they like extenders or something, because this line only goes a certain distance, but you can extend it further. And with that network, you also get very cool things like storages. So you won't have that stop and go between the machines necessarily. I actually didn't play with the storages because I only found them late in my playthrough. But I need to make another ingot anyway. So give me a little bit of time. The next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get another ore driller and I'm going to put it on this node, which only has 13 left. I want to have enough money to make sure that this one will keep going. So that's going to have to be upgraded to an infinite node. And then I'm going to need to have another 1,000 to automate this. And once that automation is going, then I can focus a little more on the other items like the efficiency, which will reduce the need from 4 ores to 3 ores. There's only one upgrade for that, so you can't get it down to 0. But then there's the lucky strike as well, which every time you upgrade, you get an extra 20% chance of getting a second product. That makes production go a lot faster. But I'd like to get all of this automated, all of the normal ore automated before I continue. And there's the 4th one, so I can get that going. So give me a moment until I have everything in place and I can do those upgrades. And with that, I have enough money to build another miner, so I'm going to do that. So build menu, ore driller, and I'm going to have that one just pop out over on this side and then build it. Okay, the next thing that I need to do is save up 500 so that I can make this into an infinite resource because there are only 13 left, but I do need some so that I can sell the ingots as well. Now you don't need to. If the timer runs out and not everything is loaded, then they pay you for what they've taken, but I don't know if that hurts your reputation or whatever it might do, but you will miss out on skill points, I think. And speaking of skill points, I have another one available. Let's see. Luck might be good. Each level increases the chance of a random ore find and rock by 11%, but I think I'm going to go with increasing my experience points a bit faster. Yeah, let's do that one. Confirm. I see our little guy down here has finished cleaning up all the rubble, so I'm going to just grab him and set him to do the collections, and off he goes. Well, I think I have enough stock to be able to make 500, which is just in the nick of time because we need 500 to be able to get infinite, and this only has 1 ore left, so let's go and get that sorted out. Hopefully that'll get us there. So, we'll open the shop and get all of this sold. Right, well, while we're delivering this very last order, you'll notice that there are side tasks, and they pop up from time to time. They give you a little bit of extra cash and some experience for doing certain tasks, like producing ore, producing ingots, selling ingots. So that'll get us a little bit of extra, but we have reached, we are out of ingots, so now we can head down. We have passed the 500 mark, and this has stopped working now. So I can hit this button and go to upgrade and deep drilling, and that has started again. And I need to do this. And the next step is to make sure that we automate this system completely. And for that, I'm going to need 1,000. Because if we go in here, I have tech points. We only need 50, but we need 1,000 money. Now I'm doing it this way because it's chill, and I don't want to have to be running around with a new resource just yet. I want to get this automated. And that's going to take a little longer, so just give me a bit of time. So I will be right back. Right, I've made a collection. and we're going to open the store and see if that gets us over 1,000. I hope it does. But that's our first order out, and once all of this is sold, I will be back. And that is our last sale, and we have a fair bit of cash. So let's close up. All of our ingots are done, and now we're going to go down to the mine again, and we're going to hop into this machine, go to upgrades, and we're going to select automation. There's 1,000 gone. Now we also have the option, because we have cash on hand, to increase the efficiency. And we do that, and now we only need 3 ores to make an ingot. Boom, just like that. All right, well, I'm going to pick up this ingot with a vacuum, and I'll pick up an ore. Now I have an ingot and an ore. Now if I wanted to put one specific one down, I just roll the mouse wheel and it changes to the other item. So if I wanted to throw down the ore, down, and now I can throw down the ingot. But now this is automated, and what we'll need to do from here on out is just do the upgrades. So for this machine, we get the lucky strikes. For the miner, we get the drill speed, the lucky strikes, and it does look like we've collected enough tech points to be able to do that. Things are going well now. I don't have to be so hands-on anymore, but there's one more thing I'd like to do before we end this one, and that is to get myself another little robot. So I will grab some stuff up, take it to the top, and I'm going to open the shop and see if I can do at least one sale, and I can. And this should give us enough to repair that little robot. And there it is. I think I only needed 160 for that, so we've got 186, and we can head down into this little room and repair. And I'm going to set you, for now, to be a shop person. No, actually, I'm going to leave you as a collector for now. There are quite a lot of resources to pick up. Yeah, they're battling to keep up, so that's fine. And this is completely automated now, so it's going to make me product, and I don't have to do anything. Now, obviously, this is going to be a little slower than me doing it myself, but that's fine. I don't have to do it. I can then expand, and I can start taking on new materials, like the garnet, which I will get to just as soon as I've made enough money to be able to afford a miner for it. But that's for another one. If you like this video, give us a like. If you want to see more, subscribe, hit the bell icon for notifications. Leave me your comments. Let me know your thoughts. I quite enjoy this little game. I think it's great. And it's not actually that little. It's pretty huge. There are at least 4 different materials, plus there's a special one that I found which goes for a huge amount of money, but is very rare. And absolutely everything can be automated while you run around and expand and make more cash. And also you're going to find that you're going to land up with a lot more ore. Later on, that will be cleared up. There'll be a way to sell to the galaxy without having to service customers directly. So nothing to worry about there. Yeah, I think in the next episode, I'm going to get that garnet sorted out and we'll start processing that. We'll open up some more areas and we'll get to areas that take the mine even deeper and we find more about the story. So thank you very much for joining me. And until next time, cheers!